What's up guys, Easy here, and welcome to the first episode of my AD carry series. For those of you that don't know me, I am a jungle player who used to play in high diamond, low masters, and I recently made a switch from the jungle to AD carry because the jungle felt really bad to play. And with this series, what I want to do is I want to teach people how I approach a new role, what mistakes I do, how I approach the laning phase, and basically how to climb. I'm gonna try to explain my thoughts throughout the games, and this will be post-commentary because I don't think you can fully focus the game and talk at the same time. I think you're pretty much trolling if you're doing that, especially if you are a new player into a certain role, but I will use my previous top lane and jungle experience to guide myself through the AD carry role, and it should be pretty fun. So if you think this video is for you and you want to watch this series, please give it a like, subscribe to not miss out on future episodes, and let's get into it. So for many years I've played top laners and I've played junglers, and most of them have been melee, and with that comes a certain playstyle. And when you switch to AD carry, you have to adapt. And I'm trying not to be arrogant and think that I can just power myself through low elo on a new role without any training. So I actually spend a lot of time in practice tool, practicing on the dummies, learning the auto attack animations, kiting, what my cooldowns are, how to approach a fight, just with the dummies alone. And people might think that this is a waste of time, but I guarantee you, if you spend 10 minutes just hitting dummies every day before your games, you will improve mechanically, and that is exactly what I thought out to do. All from hitting dummies to CSing to hitting towers, all of it adds up in the end. When I felt comfortable with my mechanics, I went into a quick play game as Kai'Sa, because that is a champion that I do find a bit fascinating. And unfortunately, in my first game as an AD carry, I matched up against a Mordekaiser in the bot lane with an Annie support. So we're just gonna play this out and see what happens. I guess you can somewhat predict what's going to happen here. So yeah, it was a complete smash, and we're gonna do this again. This time I'm playing Lucian. I've won lane pretty hard with my Karma support, but the enemy team has a Briar that is a Masters player, and she's equally as fed as I am, and will pretty much take over the game. Even though I do manage to solo kill her multiple times, in the end the team made the difference and we lose the game. Even though it's a loss, I don't really care. I learned something here. I made certain mistakes with my items, and it is a learning experience. Winning and losing doesn't really matter. And if you followed my channel for a while, you would know that, because it's basically all I talk about, improving in small incremental steps. Final quick play game here on Xayah, and basically what I'm doing here is I'm applying the same thing that I used to do in the jungle. You hit camps, you move. You hit camps, you move. And the same skill transfers over to AD carry pretty well. As you can see, I'm hitting, moving, hitting, moving, hitting, moving, and it allows me to pretty much get the kills here on the Vi. Now in 3 quick play games I had 55 kills and I felt pretty good, so it's time to head into ranked. Now, just like I said in the first video, I don't really care about the rank that I'm starting in. I want to gain as much playtime and experience as I can, because it's going to help me in the long run. This could very easily be made into one episode where I do this on a fresh account, I end up in mid-emerald and I play another 15 games with plus 40 LP and end up in diamond. It's not very fun, it's not a good learning experience, and what's the point? I am playing on a very old account that had a bronze rank once, many years ago, and the idea is to just get experience. So we're gonna head into champion select here of the very first game, and as you can see, I am playing Xayah, and I have a Lux on my team. And I'll tell you right now, in the very first episode, I freaking hate Lux. It is the most brain damaged support that I've come across, even as a jungler and a top laner. The players who play this champion in the support role play it exactly like a mid laner, but in the support role. What is the point? If you want to play support for damage, just play a mid laner. Anyways, if we just focus on our own matchup here, we can see that we are Xayah and Lux against Ezreal and Cho'Gath. We have the range advantage, we have the damage advantage, and we should be able to push these guys under the turret and harass them forever under the turret, and they should have no response. Depending on where Xin Zhao is starting, we need to be a bit careful around level 3, level 4, but otherwise it should be a slam dunk win in the laning phase. We're gonna start off here, just like every game, you guard the jungle entrances. Lux goes a bit overboard here and she pushes in alone, and she loses half her HP for literally no reason, just doing stupid stuff. We quickly show up, tell Xin Zhao, hey, I'm here, you cannot engage on her, and we manage to sneak into the lane bush here, and we're waiting for Ezreal. Now, I'm waiting for her to throw her Q, but she doesn't, so I just start auto-attacking him and stacking my lethal tempo. She hits the Q, we manage to get him low, I throw my auto-attack, he heals, her auto-attacks get the kill, doesn't really matter, we get the kill, fine. And now, what I predicted in the champion select, or the loading screen, sorry, came to pass. We are under their turret, we're harassing them, they cannot deal with it, and this is basically the name of the game from this point on. Cho'Gath Q is extremely telegraphed, Ezreal does not have the damage to poke and CS at the same time, and Cho'Gath is overall just pretty useless. I'm gonna place 2 feathers behind Cho'Gath here and see if he walks up, which indeed he does. I'm gonna root him and kill him. Now Lux is gonna walk up here for no reason, eat a tower shot, and then heal and then flash away for no reason, wasting her summoner spells. Now I hit level 3, I get access to my W, which gives me increased auto attacks and movement speed, and I'm gonna run Ezreal down under his turret because he's pretty low and he doesn't have sums. From this point on, all I want to do is I want to shove this wave in and I want to recall. The wave gets under turret and I'm heading to recall, we bring the Lux back. But a problem in low elo is that supports don't really understand what to do and she gets my recall stopped. Ezreal flashes onto me. We flash away with 1 HP after getting the Cho'Gath kill, but Ezreal is pretty tilted, this game has not gone his way and he's trying to get the last hit. We quickly tap him with our Q and we get another kill. At this point the game is pretty much over because we are so far ahead. Xin Zhao ganks us, but we are the same level and we have more items, so there is no way that gank was going to work. I pop my ghost, I try to chase him down, but Cho'Gath hits a pretty nice Q on me and the game resets back. We're still doing our thing, still pushing in this tower. Ezreal has not showed up yet, tilted, talking in chat. And now he shows up, level 2, eats forward, Qs me, eats a lot of feathers to the face and dies again. We're gonna quickly pop this tower after getting one more wave. And we have our first tower here at 8 minutes and we're gonna recall. Now, we're back in the bot lane. We shouldn't really be here. I wanted to be mid lane because we need to put down the mid turret. But Yasuo did not want to move. And at this point I'm strong enough to be considered a top laner, so I can split push. Lux is in the mid lane with Yasuo. I'm pretty much harassing this guy. He's level 3 to my level 6. Put a precautionary ward down. We see that Xin Zhao is with Briar at the Void Grubs. And we're gonna take this tower at 10 minutes. Again, all I've done is follow a simple plan, push the wave in. I don't have any minions, but I still feel strong enough to push this down. I'm not gonna let him get the 3rd Q auto attack off, so I'm gonna ult, put a lot of feathers behind them, and I'm gonna recall the feathers, get a kill. Now we'll go back to the mid lane. Yasuo walks up with 1 HP, dies for no reason. Simple. Yasuo players, you know what that feels like. And we're gonna do the exact same thing that we did in the bot lane but in the mid lane. We don't really care what's happening with our team. This guy is typing in chat and he dies. Talia shows up to defend the turret. And at this point I'm so far ahead that I feel comfortable going up 1v2. She's gonna look to shove this wave in. Lux shows up. We have Briar and Yasuo in the river, and they do ping that they're on their way, and we're gonna look to collapse on these two guys here. Now Lux came from base, and she should have placed a ward here in this bush, and I lose vision of her, and I have to ult in order to save the shutdown that I'm currently on. We managed to survive, we take the dragon, and it's time to recall. Get our second item. We go back to mid lane because our objective is the tower. She managed to hit a nice combo on us, but we should be strong enough to just survive this. Yasuo is refusing to go bot lane here. He should not be with me in the mid lane. Sharing XP. She managed to hit another combo, which props to her, but I managed to flash out and Yasuo is there with the wind wall. If Yasuo was bot lane here, he would put pressure on that lane and he would force them to walk down to him, and which would make it easier for me to get the mid tower. But again, you can't really explain this to people in game. They don't really listen. So we're doing the same thing here, hitting on the mid tower. This would give us another 700 gold to the team. Renekton does a little bit of an engage on the Shogat, but he's too tanky. And this is what I'm talking about. Lux support being absolutely brain damaged. She hits a Q here. If she had just saved her ulti, she would have gotten a kill on Shogat and we could easily push down this tower, but explain that to Lux players. We get the tower and Talia hits another one of those. I'm not very good at my movements yet, but I do feel strong enough to just walk down here, get another tower. Zenzao gets caught and Shen is about to do a taunt flash on me. I place all my feathers behind him, I wait for the CC to run out and for him to walk to me, and then I recall them, get a kill. We get the inhib, we get the dragon, and now I'm walking with supreme overconfidence here. I quickly one-shot this Ezreal. And here we have Shen and we have the Shogath. I weave left and right, but he still hits it, and I know that Shogath wants to eat me, so I recall my feathers, I flash away, dodge the Q, and now I'm just putting down feathers and recalling them, and I get both of them. That leads to a surrender and my first ranked win as an AD carry. Now, next game. I'm playing Vayne here. I have a Thresh. They have Xayah and Shaco. Thing with Shaco support is that he has a lot of bush control that can be annoying, and the best way of playing against him is to actually put him under turret, because if he's under turret, his boxes mean nothing. He can't walk out of a bush, hit his E, land the arcane comet poke, and then walk back. So we need to get an early lead and we need to find a way to push them under the turret. And we're gonna do that through just pushing the minions level 1 and trying to get level 2 as fast as possible. So we're level 2, Xayah walks up, she eats a flay and a hook to the face. We avoid the feathers, he drops the ignite and she flashes away and we still get the kill. A pretty nice start, and we're gonna try to look to push out this wave. Thresh hits another hook. This was played a long time ago, so I'm trying to remember what happens here, but I think he flays her again, which he does, and we get another kill. We have not recalled yet, we're trying to push in this lane. Overall, I've played like 40 games so far. I have probably 800 gigabytes of footage that I'm gonna go through and create a series with. But from a simple level 2 push, we managed to find 2 kills and an assist. We're trying to push this wave here in, because it's a double stacked wave. It's gonna take her a while to clear this, and we're gonna look to recall. He hits another hook, but we don't have any resources to engage with, so it's time to just go and spend our gold. We're gonna look to get boots here and a recurve bow. I value attack speed so much and movement speed. It just makes it a bit easier to play the game. Xayah is doing dragon with Warwick here. We hit a hook on him and we quickly one-shot him. We should be able to take this dragon. I managed to get it down to 100 HP, which Veigar last hit. And Echo is walking up to me. He's pretty low. I think I can kill him, but He ults away. And Zaya doesn't have anything to follow up with, so I'm pretty safe, but in hindsight I should have just walked down to the lane and just continued to push the wave in. Now we're exactly in the spot that I want to be. Shaco does not have anything to play with. He is under turret, his boxes mean nothing, and Zaya is playing 1v2 at this point. Shaco goes over the wall trying to find the Veigar that is under the turret, low on 1 HP. We do manage to chase him down. In hindsight here, I don't think this kills mean anything, and I would much rather have stayed in lane and tried to harass the Zaya a bit more. And this is just overstaying on a new level. Echo is TPing in. And just like Warwick Q, Echo Q does follow the target even though they dash away your flash. I tried to use my E there on him, but he still managed to get the shutdown kill. So we have to slow it down a bit. I don't want to give away my lead. So in this gank here, I am refusing to walk into the bushes where there's presumably a lot of Shaco boxes. I don't want to give him any chance of doing the Shaco thing that Shaco supports like to do. Just like you can see there, like 2 boxes and a lot of damage. Thresh hits another hook on Shaco there, and we manage to get a kill on Zaya, who walks up, and we secure the tower. Now while I'm in the mid lane and I'm trying to push it out for Dragon, we manage to get a kill on Echo that's pushing a bit too hard. And in this fight here, we flash to get the kill, which in hindsight we shouldn't. I managed to put Warwick into the wall, and I would have killed him unless a Vex. I was not prepared for top lane Vex to be a Dragon. Shaco is so annoying. Here I think Lee Sin has the kill. Try to recall. Warwick is coming, I'm low HP, he can probably sniff out where I am. But Thresh is overplaying it. And while I should have recalled, I do stay. I'm on 1 HP and I managed to get the kill still. Shaco shows up, lands 1. He's pretty much on 1 HP, but there's no ward in the bush. I want to recall, but here comes Warwick. We land another hook on the Shaco, I get the kill, but we die for it. We give away a shutdown to the Warwick. Another dragon fight, and I'm trying to avoid the feathers there. Warwick walks up pretty much out of nowhere, dies, and opens up the fight for us to pretty much just one-shot his team. Trying to stay on the outside, wait for stuff to happen, sort of play it slow. We managed to get the kills on a lot of people, and I managed to flash after the echo. And now this dragon is pretty much ours. The team is going to die a stupid fight, and they are trying to do the Baron, and only me and Veigar can stop them. So we do a little bit of vein spotting here, and we manage to get them off the Baron. From that Baron fight, we can then push into the mid lane and take the inhibitor. Thresh lands another hook this game, and we do look to push a bit forward. We are pretty strong with 3.5 items. Echo uses his ult, and I'm trying to ignore the Shaco clone and only focus on the Echo because he is the only threat right now. We managed to get the kill on him, but there's so many boxes and so much damage to dance around as a short range AD carry. Warwick comes from the back, spears us, and Lee Sin kicks him away, and we do get the kill on him. Now from this point on, this is pretty much a 1 game, and we're 2-0. And in the following 3 games, we do manage to get another 3 wins, and we go 5-0 in our placements. And in those 5 games, we managed to get 77 kills. Now, I already know what I need to work on. I'm great in the laning phase. I'm not very good in the transition between laning phase and early mid game. That is where my lead doesn't fully get utilized, and that is a thing that I'm working on. And in the next episode, you should be able to see me transition from my laning phase lead to the mid game in a much better fashion, and I will explain how I do that. Now, I am looking for feedback on this video. Is the pacing too slow? Is it too fast? Do I need to show more in the video? Or do you like it the way it is, where I just talk over some key moments in the game that had pretty much a high impact for the game? I dislike the idea of just uploading full gameplay with not much editing and a lot of fluff and dead zones. It's not very engaging to watch, and I don't watch that content myself. I pretty much prefer this type of edit. But I am looking for feedback. Let me know in the comments below. And thank you all for watching. I hope you stick around for this series. See you next time. Goodbye.